So on this computer, ever since I got it set up, it's been blue screening. So I'm going to go through the process to how to troubleshoot blue screen of death error messages. Windows by default doesn't give you any real methods to do that. Like looking at the event viewer doesn't really help. So to view the blue screen error code, we need this application here, this blue screen view. And so I'm going to download. And so with this website, you have to click here in order to start that download. All right, so now that we have it in our downloads, what I'm going to do is just unzip it or extract it. And so now that it's extracted, what I'm going to do is just drag this out to the desktop. And so we'll run it from here. And so all we have to do is click on this here. Let's just say yes to that. All right, and so it's going to automatically look at your mini dump file. And as you can see, I've got a bunch of these in here. So looking at this one right here, the way that we're going to troubleshoot this is looking at the codes here. And so I'm just going to scroll down a little bit. Looks like that one doesn't show us a lot here, but even that bug check code right there can give us something. So this one right here, just going to double click on it. And this right here, this crash address, we take this and we take it out to Google, and we just Google search for, and just start the process to read these articles to try to find out what's going on. And so with this one right here, it looks like this appears to be a video card driver issue. And so one of the things that you'd want to do in this is just to uninstall your video driver. So if you have like the NVIDIA package, you would just uninstall it, reinstall it to get it back on track. Hopefully that takes care of it. So for my particular issue, what I discovered is, so this is an Asus motherboard. And with that, as soon as I installed the Armory Crate software, which is kind of like a system software to update drivers, stuff like that, it started having these problems. And just looking back at some of these issues here, these are all separate. So we're just gonna, this crash address, we're gonna do the same thing. We're just gonna look up that one to see what Google says that one is. And so faulty driver or memory issue. And so built into Windows is a memory debug tool. And the way that you get to it is you just do a search for memory, and it's this Windows memory diagnostic utility. And the way that it runs is that as soon as you start it, it's going to reboot your computer. It's going to run through that test, and then it'll bring your computer back up. And once the test is done and you're booted into Windows, it'll tell you if there were any issues or not. And so it's kind of a clunky, stupid program. Like for instance, it doesn't have like a really great, GUI interface. So whenever I ran this last time, it completed. And then as soon as I got into Windows, maybe like 60 seconds to 90 seconds later, down in the bottom right-hand corner, a little notification slid over and said, no issues. So that's your only indication that if it passed or not. So the other thing, as always, is to just run Windows updates. And Windows updates can sometimes find the correct driver for you. But whenever you have a blue screen of death error, you have to use this blue screen view application, and then just begin the process to come in here and look at the crash address, and then just start Googling that. And that's pretty much it. That's how you troubleshoot. So with this particular issue, because this blue screen of death just will not stop. I mean, it's just a reoccurring issue on this computer. Like it literally just like at random times just blue screens. And this is a somewhat fresh install of Windows. I know that I installed the Armory Crate, and that's when it started to happen. I've since uninstalled the Armory Crate, but the issue still persists. So with this particular computer, I know it's not a bad driver. I know it's not, I know it's not the Armory Crate anymore. So the only thing left to do is to reinstall Windows. So on this computer, that's what I plan on doing. So one other utility that you can use is after you're finished with, troubleshooting, trying to find out if, you have a driver issue or whatever might be causing that problem. This tool called Heavy Load, and if you just Google this, And that's it right there. It's from Jam Software. And what this does for you is it runs a stress test on your computer. So it'll check your hard drive memory, so your hard drive memory right here in the test option. So you can stress out the CPU and the hard drive memory and all that stuff. So I'm going to start the test. Hopefully it doesn't end this session. If it does, I'll just come back and start this back up. So once you start the test, what happens is that I'm going to open up the task manager here. And as you can tell, the CPU is at 100%. I'm going to go ahead and stop it because this computer is still experiencing blue screen issues. So I don't want this stream or this screen recording to stop. So that's it. So the way that you troubleshoot blue screen of death error messages is you use this blue screen view application to try to hone in on what the issue is to try to troubleshoot it. So that's it. So like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.